What up? Welcome back. We got some work to do. We've got not one, but two Z400s, and we're gonna make that one white and run, and we're gonna just leave this one here until I get parts. But gotta yank those fenders off and that headlight out and do a few other things like carburetor and choke cable and tires on that, and then we can go rip it and have some fun. So let's get to it. My old Z400 is looking a bit sad. I already got the side panels off, I don't know when, but we're gonna yank the front fender off, the gas tank shroud, and the rear fender off real quick, and then go from there. Mismatch hardware. Done by me. I'm just gonna go ahead and yank that out. Toss that in the back. Pull that out of there. There's that. I'm gonna go ahead and yank this carburetor off of here. Literally just one hose clamp I gotta take loose and it should slide out. I haven't ridden this thing in months. That's definitely an exaggeration. Probably like a month, but whatever. I'm gonna pop this throttle out of here. There's that. I'm just gonna chuck this in the air box of this quad. Pretty much a built-in storage unit. But now I gotta yank this choke assembly off here. The screw for the choke is only completely rounded. That took way longer than it should have, but look at that screw, how completely rounded it was. Yummy. Well, that took way longer than it should have, but ran into some technical difficulties. Finally got the carburetor on there and a few other things. The choke is hooked up, throttle is hooked up, so now I'm gonna take these shock covers off and toss them on there because I'm gonna get different ones for this one, and then I think I got a few other things to do. I'm gonna take these bar risers out and put them on there and toss the tires off this on here because that one's flat because I completely ruined it, and then toss the white fenders on there. Had to lock in for like a half hour and fix that carburetor or whatever. Yank them off there, toss them on here. Mildly struggling. Good enough. Well, that looks much better. Well, I grabbed the front fenders, and good thing I remembered, I completely forgot to take the exhaust off and put on that quad, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Got it. Only mildly cross thread the bolts. That's on there. Well, there we go. I really would like to take this headlight and polish it real nice and put it into my white fenders, but I don't really want to do all that tonight. So I'm just going to take my already polished light and slap it into the white fenders. Well, I slid the headlight in there, and then now I'm going to get into my spec bolt kit and get all the hardware I need to install the front fender and rear fender and whatever else I got to do. Well, I didn't get a first start up. I just kind of have the battery terminals I had them just sitting on here, and this thing freaking fired right up. Running perfect. But that's probably about the last thing I'm gonna do for the night. Still got to get some, you know, last finishing adjustments, obviously. But this thing is looking minty, looking sexy, and sounding good with a flat tire. But, you know, I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow whenever I get around to working on this thing again. What up? It's another day working on the four-wheelers back in the shop, the big shop. And I'm a little tired, but that's alright. It's like 10. Just ate me a breakfast sandwich, and it's a good day because last night I bought a truck, and then I traded my car, which you guys have seen, the 5th Avenue. If you haven't seen, it's in this video right here. I traded that car for 24x14 Archon Caesars on 35s. Before we get to wrenching on these quads today, let's go take a look at that new truck and show you guys what I got. Actually, first, I'm gonna load the wood burner because it's insanely cold in here. It's like I can see my breath. You see that? Yeah, that's my breath. Snag some wood from the wood stack and launch it into the wood burner and try and get this bad girl going. Maybe get some heat in here for us because it's at least negative 109. Well, I couldn't find the torch to start the fire in the wood burner, but I did find my truck. This is an 01 Dodge 2nd gen, obviously, on some Alcoas, and it's a Laramie, so it's got the leather interior. Obviously, we got a little bit of rip in the seat action. You'll have that, but it's actually a pretty clean truck inside. You know how the dash goes. It's not dashing, but it makes up for it because it's a 5-speed. And it came with a brand new dash. I'm gonna put in it soon. And yeah, but I know what you guys want. You guys want a cold start. Currently 19 degrees. Baby, love it. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. Thought you might like it because I know I do. But over here we got some insane wheels. We got some 24x14 Archon Caesars. These things are insane on 35s, literally like brand new. I traded my freaking 93 Chrysler New Yorker for them. Pretty nuts. They're genuinely like new. But now I need to actually try and find the torch so I can get some heat going in the big shop. I got it. The whole time the torch was literally right next to the wood burner, and it's a bit smoky in here, but I finally got it to go, and I'm gonna let this clear out and go do something else while this freaking room or shop clears out, because this is not acceptable. So cozy. First thing on today's agenda is to toss these bolts in the battery so that it actually is bolted down and not just sitting there. Randy, what are you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna toss these in there, and then we'll get a quick cold start on the beast and then get her wrapped up. Got the battery hooked up. Now let's get a quick cold start. On this quad, there's tabs that are supposed to lock the side panels and the fender in place. And as you can see, right there is one that's broke off, and here's broke off too. So the guy I actually bought it off of, he just zip ties them. So I'm just gonna go into the basement and snag some white zip ties and put on there to tie that together. Yeah, actually completely changed my mind. I'm just gonna run it because I got these new Suzuki emblems that are supposed to go right there, and that'll literally just hide all that bull crap and make it look a lot better. Boom, installed. Mildly not right, but it's alright. You know, we figured it out. Got this side, actually looks okay, and then this side was the side I started on, and it's alright too, you know. It's just like these letters are supposed to be like right around in chair, but they're up there. But it's alright, you know, we're just gonna ignore that and we're gonna just rip it. So last couple things, I can put zip ties in there, so I'm gonna chuck a couple zip ties in there, throw the gas tank shroud on it, and then put the tires off of that onto here, and then yeah, ready to rip. Got the gas tank shroud and the emblems and complimentary zip ties, holding her together, looking fresh. Time for the seat and tires. This is a seat off my project quad, and it's actually in good shape, so I'm stealing it. Slide that in up there. Oh, what's happening? There we go. Good to go. I completely destroyed that one right there. There's literally a rip all the way into the sidewall. While I got the wheels off, I got some Tusk chain lube. I'm gonna spray on my chain while I got the wheels off, because I can sit here and, wow, that's locked up, spin this somehow and lube my chain. I just put it in gear. Now I'm gonna spray some of this lube. Look at that. Mildly warm. She's hard to get in neutral. Sounds so good. Out of gas. Not shot. Golly, let me tell you, she does not like the snow, and it is running like crap, but it's still running. But hey, you know, you'll have that. Definitely not getting enough fuel, but it's okay. It's still ripping and hit limiter. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. Thanks you guys for watching. I'm gonna have some fun on the Z400 and try not to blow it up. So we'll see how it goes. It's not running too great. Probably making a little lap around and then put it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, broskies.